Most of the Harry Potter fans have read the Harry Potter books, and if the Harry Potter series had been written from Hermione's point of view, they would have been a little different. But how do you think she would summarize each year? This is what we're gonna learn today, and in this video we will see what would happen if these all 7 books written by the Hermione's point of view. So welcome back to my channel Potter Lads. This is your Potter Lad Mr. Rajput, and today's video is gonna be on Hermione's point of view of Harry Potter series. I'm in book as well. Before starting the video, if you're new here, then please subscribe to this channel because I keep bringing Harry Potter stuff every day. Anyway, let's start the video. Book number 1, Hermione Granger and the Adventure That Nearly Got Her Expelled. Hermione Granger is thrilled to discover that she is a witch and start her first year at Hogwarts at School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. On the way there, she meets 2 infuriating boys, one who even had dirt on his nose, but little does she know that they will become a big part of her story. Being a very studious sort of person, she excels at everything but does have some difficulty making friends. Nevertheless, those 2 infuriating boys, Harry and Ron, become 2 of her closest chums after an incident in the girls' bathroom involving a troll. The 3 of them embark on numerous adventures that could get them killed or worse, expelled. This ends up with them protecting the Philosopher's Stone from one very dark wizard. That adventures led Hermione to demonstrate her logical side and a ruthless side, using a full body point spell on Neville and prove that she was the cleverest witch of her age. Book number 2, Hermione Granger and the Time She Solved the Mysteries Before Anyone Else. Hermione Granger is back and ready to start her second year at Hogwarts. Now with the 2 best friends at her side, she truly does feel at home in the wizarding world. However, the Chamber of Secrets is open with a monster attacking Muggle bonds. Hermione finds herself in a grave danger, though that doesn't stop her from being proactive about the situation. To help find the heir of Slytherin, she successfully brews Polyjuice potion, which is way beyond the level of an ordinary second-year student. She also solves the mystery of what the creature is before anyone else. When disaster strikes, Hermione is petrified before she can inform Harry and Ron that there is a basilisk attacking students and using the school's plumbing to move around. She ends up in the hospital wing for weeks before they figure it out. Luckily, she had left them some clues. Harry and Ron are able to piece it together, defeat the basilisk, and Hermione is back and raring to go, despite her disappointment at the cancellation of the end of the year exams. Book number 3, Hermione Granger and the Year She Did Literally Everything. Hermione's third year at Hogwarts is said to be a very busy year for her. There's an escaped murderer on the loose who appears to be after one of her best friends, and there's a friction between her, Harry and Ron. Having bought the wonderful Crookshanks, she has to deal with Ron's unfair hatred of Harry furry ginger pet, and Harry is all snotty with her because she told Professor McGonagall about her legitimate concerns when a firebolt arrived for him with no note. Yet, that isn't the only thing she has to contend with. As the brightest in her year, she has taken one more subject that there are hours in the day. However, she is secretly interested a time turner and so can be in 2 places at once. She kept it a secret from Harry and Ron for a long time, but after a particularly eventful night where she discovers Sirius Black is not a murderer, her half-cat half-Nizzle is an excellent judge of character. Scabbard is a man in disguise, and her defense against the dark arts teacher transformed into a werewolf. Though that was the secret she had already figured out, she has to tell Harry. The 2 of them use the time turner to try and save Sirius' soul, and with werewolves, dementors, and the laws of time to grapple with, they have an awful lot on their plate, but once again, the bright and plucky witch pulls through, saving the day. Book number 4, Hermione Granger and the Time She Impressed a Professional Quidditch Player. Hermione's 4th year doesn't seem to be any greater than the previous 3. With an exciting Quidditch World Cup finale, her best friend competing in the Triwizard Tournament, a new romance on the scene, her other best friend's jealousy to deal with, and the return of Voldemort, there's always something going on. When Harry is selected as the 4th Triwizard Tournament champion, it brings a lot of upheaval. She finds herself in the middle between Ron and Harry, who are not talking. She is the subject of many false and awful articles by the odious Rita Skeeter. She also has to try and help Harry figuring out how he is going to complete the tasks, which involves a lot of research. Those trips in the library do unlock a new relationship as she gets to know Victor Crumb. the dashing Bulgarian seeker and tea wizard champion. Crumb invites Hermione to the Yule Ball, and she has a wonderful time right up until Ron ruins it for her. With romance, jealousy, dancing, death, and studying, this year is one Hermione will never forget. Book number 5, Hermione Granger and the Year She Created Dumbledore's Army. Hermione Granger is a perfect, and while this year may be overshadowed by the return of Voldemort, there are plenty of other things Hermione needs to focus on. Not only does she have the responsibility that comes with being a perfect, but she has to sit her OWL exams. With her future on the line, this is not the year for Hermione to get a new and dreadful defense against the Dark Arts professor. Unluckily for her, the sinister Umbridge is installed at Hogwarts and is hellbent on changing things for the worse. A proactive person, Hermione decides that now is the time to take her education into her own hands and comes up with the idea for Dumbledore's army. Having persuaded Harry to teach a group of students, this ragtag bunch becomes quite a force to be reckoned with. And when Harry sends them all on a wild ghost chase to the Department of Mysteries, she more than proves her worth. Even though she is severely injured, Sirius dies and it turns out to be one of Voldemort's tricks, Hermione demonstrates that yet again she is someone you need on your team. Book number 6, Hermione Granger and the Year She Wished People Had Listened to Her. Hermione starts her 6th year at Hogwarts feeling disappointed with her OWL results. 10 outstanding and 1 exceeds expectations, if you must know. She has little time to stay disappointed when there are plenty of other things she needs to focus on. With Harry suddenly excelling at points and outperforming her, she needs to knuckle down. Although when she finds out that he has been getting help in the form of notes written in an old copy of advanced potion making, someone called the Half-Blood Prince, she is rightly skeptical, but despite her pleas, Harry just won't listen to her. While the mystery of a Half-Blood Prince is a pressing concern, Hermione also has to deal with another important rite of passages. Teenage Heartbreak, the infuriating boy with a dirt on his nose, has found his way into her heart, only to crash it as the takes up with lavender brown. Yet an accidental poisoning helps to improve their situation remarkably, and on top of everything else, there is the revelation about the Horcruxes. The death of Dumbledore by Snape's hand, who turns out to be the Half-Blood Prince, Slug Club parties to attend and magic to be learned. Hermione is in the one busy and frustrating and important year. Book number 7, Hermione Granger and the time she was the only one who had properly prepared for the Horcrux hunt. I know that's a long title. The hunt for the Horcruxes is well and truly on. Hermione may not be heading back to the Hogwarts this year, but she is as prepared as they possibly can be for the mammoth task ahead. In fact, she is far more prepared than her companions Harry and Ron. With her trustly padded bag full of all sorts of useful things, she is ready to find and destroy all those bits of Voldemort's soul. It won't be plain sailing. As a Muggle born, she is very much at risk in Voldemort's new regime. Not to mention that the fact that she is aiding and abetting undesirable number 1, there's also all the danger that she will need to face. Whether it is breaking into the Ministry of Magic, being tortured by Bellatrix Lestrange, or having her heart torn into for a second time when Ron decided to leave them. And even with Ron's return, she still must face the final battle of Hogwarts. Though this is a moment where she finally manages to share a kiss with her favorite red-headed and has a turn at destroying a Horcrux. While the battle is incredibly tough, she manages to fight with the best of them even when it looks like Harry is dead. Luckily he isn't, and Hermione can finally have her happy ending. She and Ron are together with a family of their own, and she is still the cleverest witch of her age. So thanks a lot for watching, Parallel. So this was the video about Hermione and her perspective of reading Harry Potter books. I hope you liked this video, and I truly believe that without Hermione Granger, Harry would have died in first book. So yeah, that's a great call power, and I love Hermione too. And if you like this video guys, then please do like and subscribe to this channel if you're new here, because I keep bringing Harry Potter stuff. And now I will see you in my next one. Till then, take care, goodbye, and stay away from the muggles.